And welcome to another Mark Bishop show. Business leaders, I got a message for you. Let me ask you this. Can IBM help your business overcome the myths surrounding AI adoption? Well, everybody's talking about it. Raj Datta is IBM Vice President, ISV and Technology Partnerships. He's going to be my special guest, and he's going to tell you all about it in just a moment. So listen up. But here's the pitch. Generative AI holds enormous potential for driving business growth. It does offer ease of integration and scalability for analytics and AI workloads using your company's data, and offers guardrails for ensuring governance. That's important, security and compliance. So here's the question. Why do millions of small enterprises, me, you perhaps, that believe that impactful AI is only accessible to big companies with deep pockets, of course? So, Raj, I'm going to ask you, why is that?
Well, I think that's a myth that has been created, over the past year or so with the whole AI hype cycle that, AI is only for large companies and it's only for certain types of companies where, what IBM has done is really opened up our tools and the platform to make it available to just about anyone. And, the other thing that we always see is people overestimating the complexity and cost of building AI. Mm-hmm. And, the third one we see is the expertise and the skills gap and the lack of the ability to really build their solutions on top of AI. One area that we're seeing a lot of really good traction in today is with regards to customers and partners leveraging our technology to embed the solution into their offerings. So it's giving them the AI lift today that they weren't able to have about a year or so ago, because now we've made it so simple where you can actually start onboarding onto our technology and build your solution on top of it. So you have an AI component inherently built into it.
So what you say then is, on the face of it, Raj, AI can be a game changer for businesses looking to improve operations, I would guess, in areas such as IT, HR, marketing, customer service. But historically, when you read about it, mate, AI has been perceived as a complicated, expensive, and time-consuming endeavor, correct?
Yeah, we've heard that, we've seen it, but I'll debunk that myth. And I rejoined IBM back in July, and what I saw over the 4 or 5 months through the year was we had hundreds of customers and partners actually come on board, everywhere from 1 to 2 person companies to obviously very, very large companies out there, and they were leveraging our AI platform to build their solutions. I'll give you a perfect example. There's a fertility care provider named Ovum Health, who is an earlier stage company, and we recently collaborated with them to embed our IBM Watson X Assistant into their website and mobile app. Now, this took less than 60 days for them to do. And, what now happened is AI helps them to scale their business by better engaging with patients and more effectively addressing the questions in real time.
So what I'm really hearing is that IBM, you're going out of your way to hold hands and really help, small business. And you're teaching them basically that this is not a monster. It's nothing but a wonderful help to you if you, I guess, address it correctly.
Absolutely. And, address it correctly, but also what we're very, very passionate about is ensuring that we have responsible, and our partners have responsible AI. And we built a lot of strong guardrails around that. In the latter part of last year, we released a product called Watson X Governance, which essentially creates guardrails for generative AI. So it really looks at what you're releasing and ensures that, you're not releasing something that's hallucinations essentially or biases. It's making sure that, the output that's going out there is correct and valuable to the end user.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've given one good example there before I want to ask you, how small is small business today? And let's debunk the myth that AI isn't any good for me. I'm that small business. I've got to be a bigger company with 50 staff or more, blah, blah, blah. How can AI help businesses scale and drive growth if we're in the small pond, fellas?
Yeah, even if you're a small company, I'll share with you a very interesting example where, a couple months into the role, I was speaking at a conference, and I had a startup company come to me, and they're probably I would say about 3 to 5 people big. They're very, very early stages.
Yeah.
And what he shared with me, he had a huge smile on his face I had just presented about Watson X. He's like, I got to tell you the story, Raj. He's like, I actually, my team onboarded and leveraged the trial for Watson X last weekend. And over the weekend, we were able to get integrated with Watson X and put our solution on top, where we were able to release a AI component of our technology. And we've already written a blog about it. And he shared his blog with me, and I was absolutely floored. I'm like, this is amazing. It's not the fact, look, we have some of the largest companies in the world that use our technology. But what I love to see also, having come from the startup world, is seeing early stage companies being able to leverage our technology to really accelerate their solutions and get to market faster.
Well, there you go. I mean, to make it simple, right, for a layman like I, how has IBM made AI more affordable and less time consuming for the enterprise? Can you sort of explain that in English?
Sure. So you said more. I'm sorry. Repeat that one more time.
How has IBM made AI more affordable and less time consuming?
Affordable. Yes. I mean, like I mentioned, I mean, we've taken away the guessing game of how many data scientists will you need. We've taken away the aspect of, how can I predict my cost? What we've allowed, our partners to do and see is essentially, you don't need to be a data scientist. You don't need to be a subject matter expert. We don't need to go hire, 50 PhDs to help us figure out how to leverage these models. What we've done is we've created an end-to-end platform to help any size company get on board and leverage our technology right off the bat.
Well, you really couldn't ask much more than that. How does one go about it? I mean, how does IBM partner with companies to help them do this, to help them build responsible AI into the business? Is there a specific communication? I mean, do they contact you directly, or how does it work?
Yeah, no. I mean, you could go to ibm.com/partner plus. You can go to ibm.com, and, everything you'll see around IBM is really focused on this. And, one key area to highlight is, once you're able to, what we've focused in on is the embeddable AI space for any size company. So you're able to actually take our technology, adopt it as your underpinnings, and tailor it to your needs and your solution, and take it to market so much faster. So if you go onto the ibm.com/partner plus, there's a whole journey that you can go down for the build motion, right? So you can embed your technology. You can simply go to ibm.com and learn a little bit more about our technology as well.
Well, sounds very space age, my friend. I mean, what next? This sounds amazing, doesn't it? I mean, a lot of people have got the wrong idea. Everybody thinks GTP is all the AI, and you throw in some, what's it called, promos or whatever it is, and it's going to do everything for you. This is another world, isn't it, what you do with IBM? I mean, this is something like as simple as thinking the software. Oh, boy, all new stuff we've got, guys. It can do this for us, that for it, Great stuff, yeah.
Well, I will tell you a funny story is, looking at the ChatGPT hype that we saw out there, and it's interesting because that is really, it's a good consumer-facing technology, right? But the thing is, from a business standpoint, you have to think twice because you don't know where your data is going at that point, and you don't know if the output's going to be responsible. And that's why IBM really took its time before we released Watson X. We wanted to make sure that we had all the guardrails in place to take it to market for businesses. So,
Fabulous.
and that's what our key focus area is businesses, right? And we want to make sure that businesses are successful, but they also have the guardrails to ensure their solutions aren't misused.
Well, there you got it, business men and women. Just go to ibm.com/help, anything you want. It's all there. But you've got to get into this. This AI done correctly for your business can do wonders. Raj Datta, fortunate enough to grab hold of him. He's a very busy boy. IBM Vice President of ISV, international stuff, and technology partnerships all across the world. Big job. Thanks for having giving us time, Raj. Interesting stuff.
Anytime. Thank you for having me.